Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 5, Episode 46 with me, Sid, and you find me here. I'm starting to work on a few chores around the place, and one of those chores, and yes, I know I'm using my iron pick, iron shovel even, but I figure if you make it and don't use it, you might as well have not bothered making it. And this is faster, so there we go, that's happening. So last episode we went out and got a whole load of sand so we can sift for the shards, and we also went out and picked up, well, we crafted a Tinker's Construct lava tank and went out and got 4 buckets of lava, because we crafted it's somewhere in one of these, a bucket. We crafted an iron bucket, which also works for placing lava, but it doesn't actually allow, not water, placing water, but it's not, it turns TFC water into vanilla water, which is not a great deal of use for restocking that little bit of spit of land out there. So I think I'm just going to have to fill that in or do something, I don't know. It's awkward. We're going to have to wait till we get to blue steel, well, red steel actually, isn't it? It's red steel for things. Oh, it's dark. But who cares? It's night time, but it doesn't matter, because I can sit here and thumb my nose at the mob and go, yeah, you can't get me. You can't get me, because I'm, well, actually a spider could potentially get me. But everybody else can't. Anyway, let's continue just getting this stuff. So we're going to grab this charcoal and put this away. And the next thing I want to do after that, before I start sifting lots and lots of sand, which is tedious and boring, I want to go and mine some coal, which is tedious and boring. But if we mine the coal, then we can make coal coke, which puts us in a position to start making steel, or at least gives us one of the vital ingredients for the steel. The nice thing with this pack is you're not restricted to having to use the blast furnace to make steel. You can actually make it via alternative methods. Once you've got steel, then we open up a whole host of possibilities, because we can get a immersive engineering windmill, for example, to get us some power going. And armed with that, we can then get into alloy smelting, and alloy smelters can make, well, pretty much anything. The arc furnace is obviously the best way of going forward, but we ain't got it. We are so far off of that stuff. And to be honest, the alloy furnace, then I'm not even going to bother getting the recipe on screen, because we are. God, oh, you spotted me, didn't you, sir? You think you're thinking that I will be a pushover, aren't you? You're thinking, hey, if we go over there and get him, but then you're forgetting that zombies can't swim very well. This one's coming and thinks he can have a go at all. Anyway, let's go and let's just go and eat and sleep. But that is not a bad. That is not a bad haul. We also need to leave this out of the way. Let me just go and put this away in here. There you go. That's ready for plugging up. And oh, it's a zombie villager. Okay, oh, that's fine. That's why I have such goofy looking eyes. Okay, right. So we're going to quickly sleep off the night, and then put some of this charcoal away, and I'm going to take, I think I will actually, yeah, we'll do this a sensible way. We'll eat that. No, alright, there's still a little bit left in it. We'll take that. We will take that one, because bowls break. And we're going to head over here. This is almost, look at it, look, it's so close. Almost there. Over this way. Oh, charcoal, that's what I need to put away. Over here I just put the lava thing from last time. That's still there. And we shall place you into there, and there. For the sake of argument, it doesn't really matter. And then we are going to do... Oh, I don't think I can make that, can I? Oh, I can. Okay. That's good then, because I'm going to go over there. And we do still need to make our launch tower, that's the thing. But for now, we are going to head from our base here to here. It's not far. Surface coal. There's also some surface coal there. And we are going to go and grab some of that lovely, lovely, lovely coal. So, yeah, I will transfer us as far as I can over there by hopping and jumping off of things, and I will whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, I can't fall and hurt myself, but whoa, 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 all the same. Yeah, I will see you when we get to the coal. Alright, here we are. There's some sugarcane down there. One of them is mature, the others are getting very close. Quite a lot of these great oaks have also grown, and quite a few of them are spidery ones, which is useful. We'll have that. We don't need it for anything specific, but we are going to be digging in here, so... Oh, damn. That was stupid. Yeah. Don't let objects fall on ores, whether it's coal or whatever, because they'll break it. Oh, you're also... Okay, I'll take it. I don't know how... This probably runs vein-like, so if we're clever about this, we should be able to do that and follow this vein through, because coal tends to run in veins, so I don't know whether they've actually emulated that in this. It doesn't look like it. Surely there's some more than that. There's some more there. Oh yeah, there's plenty up there, look. Can we get closer? Yeah, so look, spider tree there. A whole load of trees over there. Another one of those is a spider tree. So it looks like we can, if we really want to, possibly exploit that by the loot table, by allowing them to, yeah, basically grow and then. Now surely there's more than that. That just seems too little. That just doesn't seem to be enough. I'm hoping there's more if we hunt around a wee bit. But I have to say, it isn't looking that hopeful. I think we're going to have to go down. To have any chance of finding more. I don't think there's a great deal of it. This is actually pretty disappointing as a coal reserve. There's a little bit here, so let's see if we... There we go. Right, now we mine constructively. Because 14 isn't really enough for anything. Oh, look at all that. That's plenty, yeah. Oh, yes, we are feeling good now. I would like to remove... That was one, but yeah. Okay, so there is a reasonable amount of this coal around the area. We're just going to have to fight for it. Not that one. We're going to have to fight for it a little bit, I think. because it's scattered in here. So I'm going to just continue hunting around this area, see if oh yeah, look there, and I shall be back in a little while. Alright, there's plenty more down there, so this is now going to be marked as coal mine. There's also cinnabar ore, not the cinnabar you want, the cinnabar you don't want. Well, the cinnabar we will potentially want at some point during our TerraFirmaCraft explorations, but not right now. Time's ticking on, so we are going to take advantage of our elevated position and fly back home. If I can just work out... Oh, of course, we've got smart moving, haven't we? It's so easy to forget, you know, you're flicking between mod packs that, you know, a pack you've got has got smart moving and another one doesn't. But this area has been actually pretty good to us. Hup, and let's fly home. Whee! So yeah, there's a spider tree there. There is another one over there. So at some point we'll go and raid those for the bits. And but right now I need to pile this coal, or at least a small pile of the coal, into the coke oven to start making coke. Because why make charcoal when you can make coke? I mean, you know, seems a bit of a no-brainer to me. And we also need to go into our wooden items chest. I need a sign. I'm fairly certain they're planks in this. Planks and stick, yes. Great wood. That will do me nicely, thank you very much. And one of those will make me one of those, and we shall put coal, coke, and charcoal. That's as good a sign as any, and that can go into the TerraFirmaCraft stuff folder, and everything else can go into the stone blocks folder, apart from the dirt, which of course will go in there. Right. Oh, and we've got a little bit of native silver, so we need to start thinking about and making decisions about what we do next, because we've got this little bit of native. There is some native silver up there. We know about that. I also need to just pull this window shut because I can hear chilblains outside. We probably, what actual date is it? It's early summer, so we should definitely be thinking and looking towards getting some crops in. You should be dropping baby cows at some point, but you seem to have been pregnant for an age. And what I think I'll do is I'll probably use 2 of these, and then we'll rotate season to season. Do one season, one the next year, and so on and so forth, and that'll give the nutrients time to restore. We've also, so we got that. We need to, oh God, so many things. Blast furnace brick is mortar, so we need to get you going. We need. It's going to be 9, 18, 27 of those again, isn't it? I think it's only 3x3, isn't it? Fairly certain it is. So 27 of those. So we're going to need a fair amount of. We're going to need 28, 14 crafts of that, which means we need 5 14s, which is 70 mortar and 4 14s are, yeah, 28, 40, 56 bricks, fire bricks that is, not just any old bricks. So yeah, that's not a trivial sum. One of our bowls broke, so we are now, they do, I mean, this is why I like to carry 3 out with us when we go out and about, because they have a habit of breaking. What's our nutritions? They're fairly balanced across the board, so we shall just use all 4 of those for this one. Bib, 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 and a bit of cocoa. Helps you get to sleep. Bit of rice. That's your filling. Bit of tomato. That's your healthy stuff that I don't like. And a bit of melon. That's 1 of your 5 a day. And we are good again. Bloop. So now we can sleep the rest of the day off. So we got choices, we got things to decide, things to look at, and we probably need to prioritize what? Steel? Tinkers? Steel, probably. That kind of makes more sense to me, that we prioritize steel production over anything else, because it opens up some windows. But we should probably get the... oh, man. What we're going to do is we're going to plant some crops. That's going to be the first thing. And then once we've got the crops in, then we can actually be doing things. Because crops, once done, will do their thing and just carry on. So I'm going to grab... definitely going to grab... I can't even see jute seeds. There we go. Jute. We'll take 4 pumpkins. Actually, we'll take all 8 pumpkins. We will take 8 watermelons. 9 watermelons. No, we'll just do, yeah. 9 watermelons, 8 pumpkins. We can work that. I'm not going to worry about sugar cane. I am going to go for wheat. Wheat, suppose, as good as any. We'll grab some barley, we'll take some red bell peppers, and we'll take some tomatoes and some celery, seeing as that didn't want to grow before. Carrots. We can work with that. That's a good start. While we wait for this lot to spread. Oh, it's down. Okay. Sorry. But when this finally gets to the point where I can start tearing out these damn blocks, I get happy. Now, I could technically tear out this top one as well, but I'm not going to, because it will drop off, and that would be end of that. And the Dirt Snake version 1 would have been in vain. So yeah, we'll just go like this for now. Right, let's carry on and get some planting done. Back in a second. Now, just as things, if we change the mode, you can see that these are all full nutrient-wise. They're all hydrated and everything's good. So here's a question. Jute is a nutrient B. Carrots are C. Celery is C. Watermelon is C. That's an A. That's a C. That's a C. That's an A. That's an A. That's a B. So if we go with on this side, and I'll just hoe all of this lot as well. If we do all of this side being things that use A and B, and all of that side of things that use C, then we can extend the growing period, and you know, the nutrient recovery period should be better as well. So we know these are all C's, we know these are A's, so let's start off with A's down this side. So that's 7 left of those. Let's go with wheat. And these should be 2 lots of 9 to get to there. And then we've got tomatoes, which will, yeah, we'll put that to there. Then we'll go with the nutrient Bs, the jute, because this stuff is useful. So if we put C in this side, you see, then it's not going to bother it, because these will have been depleted for nutrient A and B, and then we can do the C's on this side, which means we can do the pumpkin seeds here. The melon seeds next to that. Red bell peppers. Get a couple of those going. I've actually got enough to do 3 rows of red. Sorry, we'll do 3. There's no penalty on these. Celery can go on this side. And carrots. And then we need 2 more crops that are C nutrients to go in there. Lots of 9s. Let me get that sorted. Back in a sec. Alright, so armed. Now that's all planted, we are armed with a barrel here. And we're going to pop that down. It's got fresh water in it, and we need to make mortar. We need to make mortar whatever. So let's have a look. Mortar is made in lime water, 1 sand per 100 mil. And lime water is... How do you make lime water? I'm fairly certain that's just flux, which of course is just flux bearing rock, such as, say, marble. That should be enough of that for now. Let's have a look. Uses for that. Makes lime water, so per 500 makes 500, so I got basically 20 of those. We'll make 10. I'll make a full thing. So that's good. Unseal, place that in. There's our lime water, and then we need to stick a stack of sand in. That's the maximum we can put in, is 32. So we'll go stick a stack of that sand in, and the world will be good and happy. At least in a bit it will be good and happy. Right, so armed with that, we can take you and we can up the quantity of flux there. That can go there. And we'll take you, because oh no, we won't. You're my spare hammer. Thought that was a wooden hammer. We use you with fire bricks. Fire bricks we make with fire clay. Fire clay we make with graphite. And we are going to... How do you make brick block? Oh, like that. Just normal bricks. Mortarless bricks. So it's basically... The irony here is it's make bricks with mortar, and then you chisel it to a mortarless brick. Okay, fine. I'm good with that now. So we are going to need to make a fair bit of fire clay. We also are going to need to eat. Drink. Be merry. No, and sleep. So we're going to need... I'm going to need to do the maths. Let me work out how many we need, and I shall start pulling that together. Back in a mo. I think I'm doing my maths right. I need 108 fire bricks. And to make 27. And what am I going over here for again? I'm trying to think. Oh, I know what I'm going for. It's all right. You know when you sit there and you go, what was I going? Now over here, I need a rock. I need some rock. I need some smooth rock that we get to drop from a rock. You know, rather than rock that is just rock. I'm not explaining myself very well, but I need, basically my grindstones are almost worn out, and therefore I find myself in need of smooth rock. And the best way I know to get smooth rock is to chisel out a few stones like this, and hopefully will not collapse too much of the world on us. I actually don't need that many, I only need 3. Probably need a little bit more, and it might be easier even further down here, but we'll work with what we got. I was looking for one of those erratic boulders, but of course we haven't got one to hand, so we're kind of stuck with... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's try this again over here. 1, 2, 3. I'll get 3, because, well, 4, because that will give me enough to make 2. We don't really need to do much more than that. And well, I say I'll get 3. I'll try and get 4, 3 or 4. With a bit, I know this has been overly phobic. This is being overly phobic, I should say. But A, I don't like wasting resources, as I'm fairly certain I mentioned on at least one occasion. And B, I'm paranoid that there's a cave under here and it might cave in with me stood on top of it, which, you know, would be a real crimp on your day, to say the least. I'm going to get this one here because it's an easy dig. And then we'll head back and we'll get on with the grinding of the graphites and the kaolinites, which I think that will be enough, and the same again in kaolinite, but I don't know for definite. My maths skills are, well, let's face facts, fairly legendary for anybody who watches me normally, which is odd really, because I am actually pretty good at maths. I'm just not very good at mental arithmetic, or sitting down and recording whilst doing arithmetic, I suppose would be a fairer assessment. I don't add well under pressure. But yeah, but we got the crops in. We have got the mortars already done. Everything seems to be happy. It should be, because we're in midsummer now, and the temperature is 24. It's lovely. And we can now get on and do some grinding of the grindy things, which is all very good. And we've got 28 of that has already been done, which is interesting because I didn't put 28 coal in. Do I get more for anthracite? Anthracite is supposed to be good. That much is true. That's all anthracite. Alright, okay. Doesn't matter. Ignore me. I normally do. Rocks, blocks, and automobiles. There we go. Right, so the reason this one is full, this one, of course, is almost broke. In fact, if you look at that, I don't think you can't see the durability on it. But I'm going to be willing to bet that that breaks within a grind or two. There you go. Good job. You're glad you didn't take that bet, aren't you? 3 of those. And 1 of those to make a grindstone. And then we can pop you back in and carry on. Right. I'm going to be grinding for a while, so be back in a mo. Alright. First batch of each of these is done. So we are going to do 32 of those, which will become 16 of those, Now remember, once they're cooked, we use 4 to make 2. So that will be 8 fire bricks, which is nowhere near enough. I'm definitely way underestimating my requirements. I also need to go and get some timber. Get me some loggy logs. I'll just take those. That will do me. And I shall pop into there and stick in half of those. Pop into there and stick in half of those. And light it. And come back in about 8 hours. In the meantime, that's done 32. It's full. We need to drain it, but we'll sort that later. And I need to grind those, and that will make the next batch. Yeah, it's quite literally a grind. Back in a bit. Alright, we need to take out some of these trees, and first things first, let's find the spawner. Damn it. Got it, I think. Yes, I did. Find the spawner. It's a new game. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Also nice. Yeah. It's all nice. All good. And we'll pop some of that back in there. Borrow a couple of those. Chop some of. You know, you're going to be awkward, aren't you? Yeah, that is most definitely going to be awkward. Now I am hoping, and it looks very much like there are no others of these trees are being spawnerized. So, and I haven't brought the scythe with me, so I am not going to chop that tree down. I am going to do this one because it's near. Yeah, we'll do this one. It's a biggie. It's got lots of space. This has got lots of space for things as well. We're not going to pop that in. That can go in there, and that and all of those can go in, because I am going to need some timber for several things. Firing these bricks, not least amongst them, and we are definitely going to need to stash some of this around. There's more yet, so that one, and then we'll go and grab a bit of that. So that one is neutralized. We can safely go and do stuff with that. Did I not see? Yeah, there, a whole one. No more logs about, so we'll stock up with that. I'll take this back, and along with these very valuable ender pearls, and we can carry on with. But I've got 16 fired. I've got another 8 in. I've got 24 to go, and then I think we need to do possibly one more batch, or if not a full batch, part of a batch. But we are getting there steadily. I am going to need some more smooth stone, but I have noticed a couple of barrels that we a couple of stone blocks that we can utilize. So that's a thing, and yeah, but those trees are definitely going to be useful if we can keep. Oh, take 4. Take some logs with you. That's always a plus, isn't it? And I've also been sifting stuff. We're getting steadily closer to being able to make those crystals to make the thermometer. The grass has grown into the pen, so we can now take this out, which means I can take that out. Hang on. That out. We can pop you back there, and I can take that one out and put those back. Sorry. Yeah, we're going to have to. I can't ignore the fact that that would be wasted if I left it there. But we've now got grass into the pens, so we can let that grow. Then it'll grow through to here. We'll release the animals in, and hopefully it'll get through to the cattle eventually, with a bit of luck, you know, and time. And obviously we can continue on expanding out this way as well. Which we're going to need. I'm going to need definitely a tinker's area, and amongst other bits. So stuff is going on. I forgot what the hell I was going to do. I'm going to go and get some more of these bricks, fire bricks. Lovely, thank you very much. Have those, get lit, come back. Yeah, that's been pretty much my existence so far. So we can, oh actually let's go and get some mortar, because we can start making this. We're going to get a lot of this, by the way. So we still got a whole load left, but that should be enough to be going on with. And we should be good to make $12 of the fire bricks that we need. We're going to need another sign. Alright. And mortar. Lovely. Right, oh, dirt goes in here. I need some logs. I also want another carpenter's block. 2 carpenter's blocks, in fact. And because we've been sifting, we're getting plenty of this glowstone, which is handy because I'm going to need to grind you down. I am going to take out that block there and replace. Oh, I can't do. Forget that. Gonna have to come up with another plan. So I want to go 1, 2, 3, and 1. That works. To here. Gonna need more timber than that, aren't I? Boop-a-doo. Logs. Couple of stacks, that should be enough. And then we're going to do down here. Like so. And then on here we are going to go 1, 2, and 3. And straight down. Up. And there. Well, I figure the most obvious place to put your blast furnace is right next to your coke oven. It just kind of makes sense in a strange way. Okay. Now from there, let's get some. Oh, we've got 3 more, so we can. How much we'll hold on to those? So 3 plus 6. It'll be as many as it takes, and I'll probably need to grind some more down. Let me put that away. I would like... I'd like to actually... Let me just think this through. Those are used to make... somewhere in this lot, carpenter's blocks. So if I take those and some of those, that will allow me to make more of those, which we can then use to make those. And we can also make a little bit more of that to make those. Should have plenty of those. So my thoughts are this: take those out. No, my thoughts were that. My thoughts are now retrieve that. Let's just do that as a solid. Doesn't really matter at this stage, because then we can chop those completely out. Whee! Yep, that works. Then we can bring these in here. Now my thoughts were pop that in there. Join those up. Slap those in. Perfect. Yeah. I'm going to keep on ticking here, and I shall be back with you in a little while. Alright. We have got everything we need to finish this off. I'm also going to grab 1, 2, 3 rich limonite. It's a little bit of an odd one, this beastie, because the recipes don't really match up quite the way you might think. However, we do have a blast furnace, we have coal coke, and we can pop that in there. It's going to burn for 3200 ticks, and that is going to take a while, and eventually it will grate us some pig iron, which we will use next episode to turn into steel. At this early stage, not vast amounts of steel. Don't forget, we still need to get 14 steel ingots and weld them into an anvil to make any items or any of the further steels, but there are some things we can use this for. I don't know, I just wanted to check if we look in here and look at the blast furnace. You see, the traditional blast furnace is a pain in the backside. You stick your stuff in and you get unshaped pig iron, and it's a real pig to do. I mean, it's nasty. This particular one is going to take 28,800 ticks, and that burns for 1200 ticks. So it's going to take quite a bit of this coal coke to make me one pig iron, I think. We'll find out. But we've had a pretty good episode. We've got that. We have now got the grass has spread into here. I don't know whether these guys are eating the grass as it comes out. We'll give that a little bit longer before that comes out, because I want to make sure that this bit spreads over before we release these two guys. The crops are growing and they're in, and everything is looking great and wonderful, and yeah, I am very happy with the progress, and I think if we should be able to get up here to try and get a nice screenshot. We've got the barrels out now, so oops, that will do us for our screenshot for the episode. We've got grass and well, so facts. I'm happy. Progress is moving along. We still have to play around with tinkers. We still have to play around with all the other things. I really don't know. I mean, we've used 2 to get that far. I think this is going to be quite an expensive way of making steel. But the other way of making steel is cheaper, I think, in the long run. If we have a look at the steel and then come back to the TFC steel, because my carbon steel, all those steels are not the ones I'm after. Previous again. Steel ingot is high carbon, is pig iron. Pig iron, as we can see, we can make in the blast furnace this way, and I don't think there's a way to speed that up. We can also do it in the arc furnace, which is way off, and the alloy smelter, which allows us to use flux and coal powder, and that way I think is going to be the way that we ultimately start making it. But for now, this is an option, and it will open things up to us, because that particular thing we can use to make the bit that I want, which is, we'll get there eventually. Oh, there we go. The backpack. That is going to be invaluable, I think. I don't believe, I was just wondering actually earlier whether we have the ender chests, but we don't. We just have vanilla ender chests, I believe, up here, which I don't think we get any of the fancy, the one with the diable things, ender storage ones, which is a shame, because that proved really handy in the last season. But you know, you work with what you got. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.